Should be going any second now. Any second. Okay, looks like the stream is running. Hi everyone, TigerHawk T3 here. Today I'm going to play Star Trek Online. Um, it's Star Trek and it's online. If you didn't know about it before, that's a good general description. And if you did, there you have it. So today, in Star Trek, I'm going to basically have a little test of whether my computer can run this game and stream, and I will be using a little trading mission to determine that. So this trading mission is over here. We're in the beta quadrant, and I'm just gonna go. You can find it by, here's the Bertrand cluster, and here's the however you pronounce it, nebula. Afer? I don't know, but it's Romulan, I think. Who knows? Probably Romulans. And it's below that. It's the second cluster to the left and straight on until you get there. Don't go for an entire night because you will overshoot it. So this mission is open to all factions, and it grants Romulan Marks with a daily mark reward extra if you haven't done it in 20 hours, or if you haven't done any mission that awards a Romulan daily bonus package in 20 hours. So, traveling through space. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Okay. That's a fast load. Sometimes this particular system takes a while. So in this mission, you trade for various items. You start with something that an NPC gives you, and then you have to arrive at another one. Now there are only 3 scenarios. So you need A, or you get A and you need to get B, or you have C and you need D, and E and F. That's all there is. It's not a randomized thing because there's like a dozen different stuff you can do with all these merchant vessels around, and you can trade with them. So we're going to press F a bunch. F is the interaction button. It'll highlight in green what you want, or what you can choose from. This particular step, I can only get 1. These guys are generally a good bet. I've memorized the paths, so we're going to start with this. This is we want plasma coolant. You can require, or the mission can require plasma coolant, plasma conversion sensors, or a plasma manifold. So we're going to do plasma coolant. That's green. I want that. Yes, go. Thanks. And you want the conduit. I can do this mission 2 minutes between characters. You do it on one character and then you switch and you can do it on another. And that's all your marks for the day for Romulan Marks. Pack leads. Orions, you only want to talk to them at the end if you need plasma conversion sensors. We're going to go pack lead. They generally have good stuff. We want this thing. We don't want one of those. Alpha Matrix Compositor. We want it. Because the River of Profit and stuff. These guys, this time, I don't know if they're a canon species or what. Didn't I already get one of these? No, I did not. River of Decale. Just making sure I didn't get lost. No, I just got this, didn't I? This must be wrong. Dang it. Sorry, I like these guys. They probably have it. Reaction assembly. Right? That's what I want? Yes. Yes, it is. Now I want these guys. There we go. And a plasma relay. And pack lids again. This time we want the matter injector. It's always extra fun making errors live on stream. That's a good time. Saurians again. The Tellarites never have anything good. Plasma manifold. That's good. Sometimes that's the last step. And plasma coolant. If we wanted plasma conversion sensors, at this point we would talk to the Orion. But we want these guys. And we're going to say, yep, I want that. And then we are done. So hopefully I can show you the other paths of things that you can do. And equally hopefully I will not make a mistake and talk to the wrong guy. But I didn't get the wrong item and I'm like, wait. I knew something was amiss. So that's dilithium and some marks. Great. Next one. Start with this one. On we go. My plan is I have 4 characters to do this mission on. And hopefully I will get all 3 scenarios with 4. It is random. I parked them close to this Nequentia system. So here we are. Run into the sun, maybe? Gonk. I'm okay. It's just slightly warm. A little bit. So here we are again. And this time we need the plasma manifold. And to start that one out, each mission has a segment in the middle that's the same. Let's do it like this. But the beginning stuff may be different. You may need a couple steps to get to this similar segment, and then you do that, and then you might be done depending on which variety you're doing, or you might have another step or 2. This one's a short one. Glad to meet you, etc. Alpha matrix compositor. The pack lead alpha is how I remember it, and then Saurian reaction assembly. This is same for all of them. You never talk to these guys. They got nothing. Plasma relay. Very good. Pack lids. Thanks. Matter injector. They have very useful things, these pack lids. A Saurian. Plasma manifold. And yes, you may sometimes talk to the same merchant twice, but with different items. Because they may say, I'll trade one of these for one of those, but not for another thing. Although they all have the same value. Because, I mean, you can trade them directly. Like, you could be like, oh, you're not going to sell me one of those. Well, I'll switch this around first. For things of equal value. I don't know. That's how it works. And notice it requires no combat. It's very fast. Open to all factions. And if you don't like fighting a bunch of Nausicaans, and who does, right? Play Damjat Human. That's Nausicaans for you. There's a mission at the Japori system, which is right over here. And that is fight waves of Nausicaans. That's all it is. And I want to go here. Auto travel is your friend. And so we got the plasma coolant, plasma manifold. Hopefully this time we'll need the plasma conversion sensors. That would be convenient for the stream. And I like how it's loading fast. Some places load very quickly, like Earth Space Dock. It's probably heavily optimized. But sometimes these other mission maps take a little while. But not today. Plasma manifold again. Okay. We know how to do that. We need the Packlet alpha and the Saurian reaction assembly. And then not the Tellarites. We want these guys. Get the plasma relay. Burning hot plasma. Packlets again. And this time they will sell us a matter injector. Because they will. Isn't it odd that there are so many currencies and yet they're still trading? Like, what's the deal with that? I mean, there's energy credits, which is basically buying and selling energy, because you can use energy to power a replicator. And there's gold press latinum, which is the we need some way to have meaningful commerce for plot points in the show, largely with when the Ferengi are involved. Other people don't have commerce? I don't know. Like, you'd think they would have everything as well. No, not this one. Not this place. Fortunately, just a star cluster, and it won't take me into a system into which I did not want to go. Gold press latinum. And there's dilithium, which is used to power the warp core in some way. But none of those are any good. We resort to trading manifolds for sensors, and it's like, okay, that's fine. What do we need this time? Plasma conversion sensors? Huh? Let's find out. Plasma manifold. Oh well. You can get a large list and even a flowchart of all the things you can get and the trades you can make online. You Google this mission, Nequencia trading mission, something, and there's a wealth of information. But I figured I would use this as a test, just showing you my little streamlined way of doing it, that I don't have to look anything up anymore. And here's the plasma manifold. And that's 480 dilithium. Pretty easy. You can do that while watching YouTube or something. If you're doing a fancy mission, not quite as easy. You can do this in a shuttle without having to switch ships or anything. You do need at least 2 free slots of inventory space, one to be given the initial starting item, and one more for swap space, because the way it works is when you trade something, you get the item that they give you, and then you give them the other thing. It doesn't do an in-place, swap. Okay. Other thing I had planned was showing you how to tour the galaxy. I recently figured out a good setup for that. Showing you my characters. See this ship? This is a science tune, and he's in an Odyssey. That's more of a cruiser. Now this particular ship, gonna zoom in very big. An Odyssey class star cruiser, something like that. Cruiser, star cruiser. Anyway, it's an Odyssey. This is the version that was offered as the gift for people who were present during the 2012 anniversary event. You just did a little mission that took like 5-10 minutes. It was like, look at this ship, fly this ship, here's a ship, and that was that. And and now, fortunately, although it is no longer available quite so easily, you can still buy it in some way, and it doesn't even cost real money. It's purchasable at a fleet with a Tier 5 shipyard, which means a fleet that is unlocked Tier 5 in military. And many fleets are happy to invite you to a fleet, or even just if you want to buy something generally. And they cost 200,000 fleet credits. And the easiest way to get fleet credits, in my opinion, is with fleet marks, because fleet marks aren't used for anything else other than trading in for fleet credits. So ask around, find a fleet. If you're not in one, if you don't have these things, I mean, if you do, that's great. Find a fleet that has projects that need fleet marks, and you get 50 credits per mark, so that's 4,000 fleet marks, and fleet marks are very easy to get in those quantities. So yeah, trade those in, and then buy yourself a ship, and there you have it. And the reason I'm using this, I used to use shuttles because they can stop and turn more quickly, but this has advanced quantum slipstream drive as opposed to the regular one. The difference is this lasts 1 minute instead of 30 seconds. And so let me show you the rest of the setup. Ship, show me ship. There we go. All default gear except for 3 important things. The engine should be an engine that can go faster than a standard. Used to be faster than warp 10. You could get as much driver coil as you wanted. You wouldn't go above warp 10. But this engine, and I think it's the Mako engine or Omega, either the Mako or Omega engine, and a certain fleet engine will allow you to go faster. This one I think is easiest to get, and it looks cool. It puts thingies on your ship, and then you get, you look fancy. It has visuals. So you get this one with Omega reputation. So you run Infected Space Advanced several times, many times, and then you buy one of these. They are worth it even if you're not planning on doing a tour, because they are very fast. If you don't have the sector space speed skill, which I will show you shortly, I will show the sector speed skill shortly. Yes, there's a little tongue twister for you. Instead of going warp 10, you equip this engine and you suddenly go warp 14. And this is at level 50 and up. You need a warp core that can handle, warp 10. This one says maximum warp factor 12.3. I don't know if it means anything. Pretty sure it's either a display bug or it's all the same. I don't know. But yeah, go faster all the time in sector space. You want one of these, it's very good. And the warp core is from the mission episodes, Dyson Sphere, and it's from the first one, Sphere of Influence. And I can see that it has warp core right there. So you do that, and then you get a warp core with, we can see at the bottom, it's in this area. Recharge time reduction to slipstream drive, and this is the ability that makes you go faster for a while, but not turn quite as well. So it is in cooldown for half the usual period, which I think is 2 minutes. So it goes to 1. And more turn rate while in slipstream. You want that because it allows you to have it on when you're not necessarily going in a straight line, which is very important, and plus 0.2 slipstream speed bonus, which is actually significant. You go faster. Only while you're in slipstream, but it's faster. One last piece of gear, polaric modulator, and notice this has 20% turn rate while in slipstream. You want that for this. And that is in episodes, Iconians. Yes, you'll have to fight Iconians for this. It's annoying, but there it is. Delta Flight. You fly through some rings, and then you fight Iconians, and you can choose a polaric modulator. There you go. So, skills. The first science unlock is this one. You can choose more frequent transwarp, which I would not recommend because it already doesn't have a very long cooldown. Or you can choose an increase in your sector space travel speed. It says 25%. If you're at the base 10, warp factor 10-ish, it does take you to around 12.3. But if you have the Borg engine and you're going 14, you unlock this, and then you go 21, which is 50% more. So I don't know what the interaction is there, but you generally want this, because if you travel around to places rather than just using transwarp, it's very good to have. So, oh, this advanced quantum slipstream drive. The Odyssey is not the only ship that has it, but it's the easiest to get, I think. And the Klingon version of this ship, the anniversary thing, does not have this advanced slipstream drive. So I think there's a lifetime subscriber ship, veteran reward ship that has this. There are some ships in the C store, the Vesta Explorer something, but I'm not super sure about those because they cost Zen, which is the real money equivalent currency. This one basically costs fleet marks, which aren't used for anything else, and I had a bunch of. So here's what I do. I have myself in the top left corner of the beta quadrant. Oh, one more thing you will need is the transwarp to Defera. We will be using that one time. So, I'm going to be starting and showing you the path I take. You can also look up this route on, I mean, if you just Google Stowe Tour the Galaxy routes or something, you should find it. The website is logicer.net, LOGICKER.net, and there's some web page somewhere in there that you can find by Googling, or I'll put it in the description. This is probably good. So I'm going to keep this map up, and then we've got missions. They are available somewhere over here, up, down, I don't know. It exists, it's there. Or do I have it still in progress? Aha, I didn't finish it, but it's okay because it starts the daily timer when you acquire it, not when you turn it in, which is cool. So, are you all ready? I'm pointed vaguely this direction. All right. And move that up there. Cool. All right. Let's get to touring. The timer starts as soon as you hit accept. And then I'm going to go fast now. And I'm going to say I want to go to the Tenebia system, because that is the next stop. And I want to make this my primary mission, so that it outlines things in yellow. Notice how there's a yellow arrow now? And I auto-traveled, but on my way there, I'm going to mess with the throttle and turning so that it doesn't slow to a stop when you get there. That would be bad. Effing Laser Beast. That is a fantastic ship name. So we're just bumping into all these stars, and we're fine. This is a binary system, so we're gonna make a field goal. That's fine. On we go. And then we go here. And notice how Slipstream lasted almost the entire quadrant length. It's pretty good. So now it is on cooldown for a minute. And we're still going at transwarp because it's above 10. 21. 21 is a good number to be traveling normally. Yeah. So we're going to hit this place and notice how we have, or had, it starts with 15 minutes on the clock. And I currently have no buffs from the duty officer assignment that grants driver coil. Gonna have a turn maneuver right now. Are we ready? Are we ready? The thing about turning is that it takes a while to get your turn rate back after you slow down, but it also takes a while to reduce your turn rate once you start accelerating. So you don't have to wait until you are completely in the right direction to start accelerating again. Just you only need to be stopped for the amount of time that the turn would take if you were stopped. That's right. And so we're on our way here. What is this, Arcanus or something? Yes, Arcanus. And notice how I still haven't used this yet. I'm waiting for a reasonably straight run, more or less. And then turn this on. 1 minute of going super fast. Yay. So I'm going to want to open the turn just a little bit. Don't want to open it too much, that's bad. There it is. And I want to be turning. There we go. Probably not enough. Let's see if it slows me down when it auto travels. Yeah. It's gonna be like, okay. I will not be using the entire slipstream duration, but 40 seconds of it is pretty good. Did I overshoot? I did. I might have failed. I don't know. We shall see. It can tolerate small errors. I finished with like 30 seconds, 50 seconds, and it's okay. But if you make a huge mistake, I've made a huge mistake, and if you make a big mistake, you might not make it. Like if you completely pass a star and you have to turn the whole ship around and zigzag back and stuff, that's no good. You're not going to make it. You may miss a system. Note, I also don't have the external player granted buffs of diplomatic immunity and raiding party, because they make you go faster, but it's not actually necessary if you have the proper setup and a good route and you don't make big mistakes. So notice it's ready again. I'm not going to use it yet. I'm going to use it to go like this around there. So I'm going to stop and I'm going to be turning, and then I'm going to go again. you only have to drop the throttle for the amount of time it would take to execute the turn if you were not moving. So I'm going to go to the Alini system. Captain's log. You can bump into the star. It'll give you a nudge. It's fine. If you hit a star, excuse me, if you hit a star dead center, you might stop. But if you're a little off, it'll just nudge you to the side and it's fine. Okay, the Vorn system, great. Sorry, I ran into your planet. Then the Iconia system over here. And next we will want the Febin system, which is this little thing right here. And we still have slipstream. Oh, and we are going 39.6. That's pretty good. That's fast. I like it. And we will let this cool down. I'm going to execute this little turn maneuver. Intense concentration. Onwards to Gamma Eridon. And then I'm going to go here, and then stop here and go there. And then I'm going to turn on slipstream, and I'm going to go, I'm going to kind of make a very wide turn and be like, okay, I'm fine. I'm not drunk. My ship has not been sipping the good deuterium. Star Trek jokes. They're the best. On par with programming jokes. Here's a programming joke that I like, that I have told on this stream on a previous day. Bonus, bonus, bonus. You get around, I think it's 925,000 energy credits for completing this. The two biggest challenges in programming are naming things, cache validation, and off by one errors. The two biggest challenges? It's hilarious. Because it's a thing in programming. You're going to go from this number to that number. Oh, forgot to include that one, or you included too many and went too far and it broke. All over the place, off by one errors. Some programs are liable to have more of those than others, but most programs have an opportunity to make that kind of mistake. See, I'm making my nice wide turn, but I can turn reasonably well while in slipstream, going 39.6. It's fast. I like it. So we're gonna get here. This is the Sanic system, and we're done with this quadrant. And I'm gonna go to Defera. Kaboom! Right through the sun. That's okay. I was in transwarp. I was in a conduit. I wasn't in the sun. What are you talking about? I don't know. Did you just go through a sun? No. We're gonna leave immediately, because we don't actually want to be in system. We just want to be in the neighborhood. This part's annoying. This part's annoying. Notice how I'm right on top of one of the places I want to be? Because you have to kind of like go inside it, sort of. You have to enter the area. Sometimes it lets me do that. Sometimes I have to be awkward like this. There, explore the Defera system. Now we'll go here. And I can't use slipstream yet, but that's okay. And I'm going to use no slipstream on my way to here and here. Here is, I mean, it's still a few seconds left, so it wouldn't be worth it to traverse this little distance. And I'm going to turn it on from here. Unknown nebula, which I will not harvest materials from. Goodbye, nebula. I hardly looted ye. And we have 4.5 minutes. Might be a bit of a tight squeeze, but we shall see. Five minutes is, I don't remember how long it took us to get to the Arawath system there, but hopefully it was about a minute, because I like to have 5 minutes to do this is reasonable, I think. So let's be flying fast, not get pulled over. And onward to Deep Space Nine. This little section is very cluttered because it's got a star and a planet and a very magnified, not to scale space station. So I'm going to go up a little bit. I'm going to go above it. Hopefully I will avoid bumping into stuff, because I don't want to. And it's really bad in this area if you press F instead of R, because then that takes you inside Deep Space Nine. Well, not inside the station, but in the system. And then you have to go through a load screen and a warp in animation, and then you have to play with the user interface and say, I want to leave the system. Yes, I am sure. And then another warp out screen, and then another load screen, and warp back into sector space. So, you do not want to press F there. I'm going to turn this off before we get there, so I can turn, and then this direction to the chapel system. Then after the chapel system, I believe, is Talar. Yeah. 2.5 minutes. Time is running out. But if I execute this reasonably well, might be okay. I hope to complete it. Talar. Slipstream is cooling down. I hope this works. 2 minutes. So I'm almost there, and that'll probably be like 1.5 minutes. Spend 30 seconds there, 30 there. Maybe. I don't know. Might not work. We shall see. We shall see. So, intense. Sector column explored. Good. If I had gotten almost there, and then needed to like turn and back up and maneuver a bit, it would have been like, no, you ain't getting it. So now I'm gonna turn this way. I'm gonna go through this quaternary system. Can I make it here? No. So I'm gonna turn that off right now. And I have 1 minute left. I don't know if that's gonna work. Brangenor, is that where I'm going? Yes. I don't think it's gonna happen. But I want to demonstrate that it is possible. But it's like 30 seconds from here to here, so I don't think so. I just don't think so. I'm gonna be like here and fail. Well, fail meaning like lose 25,000 EC. Yep, we're done. Oh well. And then I would go this way. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and that's it. Oh well. I'm a little disappointed because I know it's possible. I've done it without the other boosts, but and I can certainly do it on my character whose Borg engine I upgraded, because at Epic this gets a modifier of sector speed, and you just go faster. It's very handy. So I'm gonna do this on another character because I want to demonstrate that it can be done without an augmented engine, upgraded engine. I want to do it. I can do it. So here we are, same place. Let's try again. Are we all ready? We good? Got all my gear. Engine, core, console, all right. Oh, here we are. Hadn't turned that in either. Okay. Accept, and on we go. And let's go here. I'm gonna open that map back up and zoom out. And then I'm gonna do this, just like before, and make it the primary. What you don't want to do is zoom over to systems that have a different mission. And you're like, okay, I'm here. Why is it not, telling me that I explored the area? Because it wasn't a thing. Go fight the Borg now that you are there. And it's like, meanwhile, the timer is running low. It's not good. Yeah. Okay, on we go. See this? We don't want that. We don't want to go to the Denia system. I deny it. I do realize that this is the same thing that I just did, but this time I will succeed with the entirety of it. I'll get it. I need like another 30 seconds. I don't know why I was so behind. I didn't think there was that much variation in the plan. Here's what I'll do. 4, 3. I'm going to use slipstream here. Is that what I did before? The key is using slipstream in the right places. Open the turn, not too much. We still want to crash into the station and, cause mass destruction. But you want to have it on for as long as you can. So it needs to be long stretches, and this is the best route that I've managed to find. So, and it seems to work if you do it right and don't make foolish errors. Only wise errors. Yeah. The good mistakes. So on we go. We're moving. We're moving pretty good. Now we are. We're still moving all right, but it's slower. That's the sort of mistake I didn't want to make. Get almost there and then be turning around and it's like, wait, I didn't get the credit for the thing. Then you have to turn back and go a little bit and be like, did I get it yet? Did I get it? It's like, no, you didn't. So on we go through the vendor system, and we will not stop at any vendors. Lame joke. One thing you can do while you tour the galaxy is do duty officer assignments, like doop-de-doo is a thing. Because I mean, you're here, right? Might as well. Okay, I'm almost at a turn. The straightaways are the easy part, because you just let it go and hope that you're fast enough. And on we go with the slipstream again. And let's see what happens. Let's watch what happens with that. And we need this turn to happen today. Thanks. So it's not a sure thing, as you can see. It's not like they gave me 15 minutes and I only needed 3. No, it's not quite like that. But it's doable without having to ask other players for buffs or hope for a crit on an assignment that doesn't pop up all the time. So on we go. Go to that system. Keep flying fast. Thank you. Thank you very much. Of course, if you do have the resources to upgrade your Borg engine to Epic, so you get that mod, it's good. I highly recommend doing that, because it is faster. Instead of 39 something, you go 42. And doing it 10% faster is significant. So on we go. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. And I hope the stream is looking okay. I don't think there have been a lot of dropped frames. Everything seems to be peachy. So let's hope that it is. And then go to the next system. I think I'm going to turn on Slipstream on my way here. When I start off from this after the turn. Hopefully that works out. Explore the what's it and the thing. Okay, this should be good. Notice how I overshot it a bit so that I could get more toward this end and then have a straight line over there. Yes, go here and up we go. Go here, good. Don't have to drop throttle. That's what I want. I don't want to miss it. That would be worse. Oh, I got it. Oh, good. And I stopped in the middle. Are you serious? Oh my god. Not part of the plan. Not part of the plan at all. I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to do that. And I'm going to turn. And there we go. Hopefully this works. I don't know if it will, but maybe. Yeah, because we'll run out of slipstream before then. So then we will get there. And I think I will slipstream from Defera to Arawath. And hopefully it'll be a more optimized use of this ability. So we're going to get the Sanic system. Then we're going to go to Defera. And there we are. We are very fast. Zoom, zoom. Camera's like, whoa, what are you doing? It's somewhere up here. Yes, right there. Good. You can press enter to select an option, and then enter again to confirm, instead of moving the mouse over there. See, it was easy this time. Just backed up while turning, and that was it. That was it. So maybe, come on, be ready. That's okay, I guess. I want to go faster right now. So, I don't know why this is so zoomed out. The zoom levels do whatever they want, irrespective of your last used settings on any given character. A little bigger. There we go. And we are going here, correct? Confirm, and turn up the throttle so that we actually get there instead of almost getting there and then stopping, because that's not enough to almost get there. You have to actually do so. Yeah. Yeah. Now we're at the Algira system, and I almost didn't go far enough. 423 at this point, I think is pretty good. We didn't have quite that much last time, did we? So I think I'm doing a little better. But keep in mind, if you miss one system, it's not an all or nothing deal. You will miss out on 25 out of 925. It's not much. Calculator time, 0.27. No, 2.7% of the potential reward for this mission, which isn't really so terrible, but it feels good to finish the whole thing. I didn't use Slipstream, but that's okay. I'm going to use it on the way up here. That's what I'll do. This is a longer stretch than this bit. I'm going to go here, kind of radius out there. So it's a little more. So we'll get a little more use out of it. Why am I not actually going there? Let's actually do that. Great. Because I didn't auto-travel to the new system, and so I was slightly off. Minor error in navigation. Sorry, Captain. So now we're going to go here. We're going to move fast. Good. 3 minutes? That's enough time, I think. That's good. And then the Talar system. We're doing alright, I think. 2.5 minutes. Get there in 10 seconds. It might be doable. Might work this time. Ladies and gentlemen, I will still have to end Slipstream early-ish. It would be really nice if it was just a toggle and you didn't have to use all at once. That would be cool. Probably also too strong. It'd be too easy to get things done. Can't be like, I'm gonna slipstream just from here to there. But no, the cooldown time is static. 1 minute. Or, you know, whatever you have it, but it's not, you ended it early, so it doesn't take very long. Or if you could just no cooldown and just, you know, use charge of it or something. I'm going to slipstream up there. auto travel, so I go and then turn this on. We've got about a minute. I think we've got it this time. I think we have got it. So that's cool. Alright, I'm going to end that so I can turn. Actually, what you can do is you can keep it on and just turn into the wall. I mean, you can like be going and then you're going this way and you're pointed that way and you're hitting the wall and you go "Rrr." And then as you turn counterclockwise, you start going faster and faster until you're not actually hitting the wall anymore. And I think we have got this. We've got 20 seconds on the clock. I'm gonna stop and say hi to a Marine Patrol because I'm so cool on time. It's just I got time for that. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I had 3 seconds left, and I made it. So there you have it. And I think that'll be the stream for today. So thanks for joining me, and I will see you with more stuff this week. Have a good one.